I want to talk about something that a lot of people don't talk about in business, and that is sacrifice. How much you actually have to sacrifice if you want to be successful. And this happened to me. I had to sacrifice things that I never wanted to. For example, some of my friends going out. There's a few things that like I feel like I had to sacrifice for some time for me to be successful. And a lot of you think that you want it bad enough, but you're not sacrificing enough. You're still spending your whole entire day and doing other things that doesn't actually impact the business. And you're not sacrificing enough. You need to completely like, okay, so when I first started becoming like aware that I'm like, okay, I need to do something right now or I'm gonna be trapped my whole life. If I don't go into monk mode right now and shut myself in a room, I'm probably gonna be broke for the rest of my life. When I first started noticing that, I was like, okay, I literally started cutting off almost like 70% of the things that I was already doing in my life and things that I was very, very passionate for. One of them was music. If you guys know my backstory, I'm a music producer. I had a recording studio for over a decade and all I did was make music. But I came to the point that I'm like, this music stuff, I'm spending so much time on it and I'm not really getting where I want to be. I need to stop this. And I'm telling you guys, it hurt me a lot. It's something that like, I still play music nowadays, but back in the days, it was such a like change of personalities for me, and I really didn't want to do it. I'm like, damn, I gotta stop making music because I was spending maybe like 2 or 3 hours a day on just making music. And even though I wasn't making no money, it was something that was making me happy. I kind of liked it. It was kind of like a way for me to wind off or whatever it may be. I had to let go of that. Unfortunately, I had to let go of that. Now that like I'm pretty much set that I'm making all this fucking money, now I could do whatever the F I want. But before, back 3 or 4 years ago, I had to sacrifice that. Another thing I had to sacrifice, I love playing video games with my boys. That's something I do usually late at night. What I do, I jump on the game with my boys and we play a couple games. We talk some shit. We laugh our asses off, and then we do it again the next day. At that time, that's something I also had to sacrifice. I was like, I'm not playing no fucking video games. I can't be focused. The laser focus that I had to make this thing work was insane. I'm telling you, that's why sometimes people are like, oh, I want it so bad. I want it so bad. I'm like, it doesn't look like you want it so bad because you keep telling me you're working all day, but the business is not growing. So explain that to me. How are you working all day, but your business is not growing? It doesn't even make any sense. But again, this is something that I come across with multiple clients. They're like, Javi, I'm working my ass off here. I'm just doing all of this. I'm doing all of that. But your business is still not growing. That means you still have too much distractions. You're not sacrificing enough. The things you love, you have to put away, if not even just delete them. Like the music stuff for me, I almost deleted it for like a couple years. I'm telling you, I didn't touch a single piano, guitar. Ableton is the program that I use to produce music. I didn't touch a single instrument. I barely listened to music, to be honest. For a long time, I'm talking about maybe 2 or 3 years. Video gaming was almost the same thing. Going out, definitely. I lost friends in this process because in this process that I was like, okay, I'm cutting everything off. I had friends calling me, hey, why, let's go hang out. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Let's go that. And I'm like, no, I can't go out to that. I can't go out to it. And I became obsessed. This is the time that I was reading almost like a book a day. I was literally obsessed with getting results. I wanted to be successful. I wanted it so bad that I was like, screw every other distraction. I don't need this right now. I could lock in for this time and let's see what happens. And I was locked in for almost like a year or two. Actually, I would say like a year and 3 months. That's like that I was literally like, you couldn't get a hold of me. And if you wanted to talk to me, it was only about business. I wasn't talking to anybody about anything else. I just didn't care. It was probably like a little bit too much extreme. But hey, I got me where I wanted to do. I finally paid off all my debt. I had over $500,000 of debt. I got scammed. I got destroyed by this. I don't want to get into the story, but horrible story. Primo lost almost $500,000, and I needed something. I'm like, if I don't do something now, I am fucked. Like I was literally about to file for bankruptcy. Like everyone, like so close, and I didn't want to do it. My family was involved in my last business because they helped me with their credit to get. I had like 50 something cars, 11 Airbnbs. I was a huge rental company. So if I would have filed for bankruptcy, it would have affected my family as well because they helped me get to that level using their credit and stuff like that. So I didn't want to do that. But I had to lock the fuck in. I had to lock in. I had to delete things that actually brought me pleasure in life, things that like I actually enjoyed. I had to just delete it. I had to delete it and not pay attention to that because it didn't matter. It wasn't getting me where I wanted to be. So if you're watching this video and you're someone that thinks is already sacrificed enough to be successful, I don't think you have. I'm telling you, it starts to hurt when you actually true sacrifice things that you love because you want success. And I'm just telling you my personal experience. This is what I went through. And when I did sacrifice things that I actually truly loved for the life that I want, that I'm having now, and now I get to choose if I want to play video games or if I want to make music. Now I get to choose. Actually, not too long ago was my birthday, and I bought me a beautiful goddamn guitar. You know, I'm like, well, I really love this guitar. I want to buy it, spend quite a bit of money on it. But I'm only doing that because I made that sacrifice. I truly sacrificed something that I really loved. You know, hanging out with my friends or something, even my own family, guys. If you guys know me, especially my clients, the people who talk to me, they know that I'm very family oriented. I'm always like the main reason I wanted to make money just to give me and my family a better life. So I'm constantly with my family. I'm constantly traveling with them. We're constantly going out to dinner. We're constantly just doing something. I'm always surrounded by family. But even that I had to sacrifice. There were so many times that my family, and this is a trip that like we either helped or whatever, that we didn't go, that me and my wife were like, okay, I guess we're not going this trip. Okay, I guess we're not going this trip. No, we can't go this trip. We gotta stay locked in. That shit was so annoying. My family was going to Hawaii, California, all over the fucking world and stuff like that. And I was like, no. I got so, like, I'm telling you, people stop inviting me to places, to family parties, friends gatherings. People just stopped literally talking to me because every time they would try to talk to me, I was only talking about business. Hey, I need to do this, I need to do this. And then if you're inviting me to go outside my house to do something, I'm like, hey, I don't have time, I'm doing something. So what I want to say is, if you're not in that stage right now, that you're completely just deleted every distraction in your life, and you're wondering why you're still not successful, that is why. I promise you, if you think that you sacrificed enough, you haven't sacrificed enough yet. It's gonna hurt you. It's gonna completely turn into a different person where you know, okay, I sacrificed something that it was big in my life. And then all that time that you were spending on those distractions is dedicated to your business. And I'm telling you, it's gonna change your life because it did for me, all right? Lock the fuck in, sacrifice the things that are distracting you. You have to do it. You have to do it. Trust me. I tried to do it. Well, this is my personal experience. I tried to do it with the distractions. Didn't fucking work. Didn't work for me, you know? And I literally had to just lock the hell in. I had to start reading like crazy. I started buying mentorship, started buying courses, started going to masterminds. I literally started changing my habits. There was so many things that I changed about myself. Like, I hate when people say, oh, I became a whole new person. That's some fucking bullshit. I didn't become a whole new person. I just had a new habits and new interests. And my old habits and my old interests, I had to delete them to replace them with these new ones because I wanted to be successful. I'm like, what is it gonna take? And one thing that I kept hearing is like, cut off all distractions. You have to sacrifice the things you love to get the things that you want. And guess what? It was true. It was true, at least in my experience. The more I sacrificed, the more successful I became, and it's crazy, but it is true. And I think the main reason is literally because of distractions. You know, the more things that you have going on in your life, the more distraction, the more, let's say, and you know what also happens? The more successful you get, the more distractions you're gonna get. Do you know how many clients want to take me out for dinner these days? Hey, I'm here in Miami, let's go out for dinner. You know how many people are like, hey, Javi, let's do this. My family, they plan a trip like every 2 weeks. Literally every 2 weeks, they want to go to Turk and Caicos. They want to go to Spain. They want to go to Greece. They want to go to Japan. They want to go to Cape Town. Literally every 2 weeks, we're talking about a new trip we're taking. Because they're like, hey, fuck it, let's enjoy our life or whatever it is. And by all means, that's the reason why I make all this money, is to give my family a better life and a better experience. But as you get more successful, the more distractions you're gonna have. And that's when you have to be disciplined and be like, no. You get me? And focus on the thing that's actually you know, making your business successful. So just straight up to this video is sacrificing for your business will be one of the keys to you to be successful. I know it's very harsh, but you have to literally sacrifice the things you love to make the business successful. Once the business is successful, once you're making a shit ton of money, once you're like, okay, I got this business almost like running without me, pretty much, like it's systemized, it's automated, it's profitable, it's growing, then you can be like, okay, let me go and start traveling again. Let me go and play some video games. Let me go and play some music, or make whatever distraction you have, okay? So didn't want to make this video too long, but definitely cutting out your distractions, it is a huge thing in entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is already hard enough because you're by yourself and walking into the woods, don't know what the hell is gonna happen. So, but if you can cut as many distractions as possible and actually sacrifice the things that you love for the life you want, I promise you, you're gonna benefit, and I promise you, it will change your life. And that might happen like in 6 months. It might not happen in a year. For me, it actually happened it took me 2 years to make $1 million. From when I set off to, okay, I want to be an entrepreneurship. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to start my own business. It took me 2 years, everyone. 2 years. I started reading like crazy. I think it was like 7 or 8 months that I was reading like a book a day. I was buying masterminds. I was buying courses. I was buying mentorship. I think I spent over 120 grand and something like that on information and knowledge. But yeah, from my initiation of like, okay, I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to run a business, it took me 2 years to make my first million, okay? And that's, I'm talking about cash, like money that I pretty much made. I paid half of my loan, that was $500,000 or something like that. And then after I paid my loan, I had almost like 300K, something like that, because there's also other expenses that we have. But yeah, everyone, but that's it with this video. I didn't want to make, I kind of made it a little too long, but I hope you got value out of this. I hope you understand the importance of actually sacrificing what you love for the sake of the business, so you can have that life that you actually desire.